Hello all, again Tejal Solanki from Sardo Bakes by Annie and Tej. Today I would like to share a recipe which is very famous as a street food, and I'm sure once we name it and everyone gets that water in the mouth when we say like pani puri, golgappa or the puchkas. So the recipe is very simple and with just few ingredients, and it is publicly, the recipe is available. When I do remember when my mom used to make the pani puris, the puris at home, she used to use the cooked rice water to get the crispiness. So there are many ways the people they do make, and this is one of the simple recipe. Many of the home bake like housewives also, they do use like simple using the whole wheat flour, suji, and yes. But the thing is, the twist what I have brought to it, that I have added some sourdough through it, the discard, and that's how I have tweeted this recipe. Otherwise, if you don't have the discard, completely okay, you can make without discard also in the same manner, and you can do. Yes, I have brought another twist, that is I have tried the baked pani puris also. So this like last month I had posted my successful experiment. Some I had fried the puris and some few I had baked the puris, and people had loved that. So they had requested to share the recipe. I had shared the written recipe, but still I am converting for the YouTube video as well. So let's start. Okay, so I have kept, almost I have taken this katori for the measurement. Okay, so according to this katori measurement, I have taken one katori the suji or the semolina, you can say. I have taken almost 2 tablespoon, or you can say 1/4 cup the whole wheat flour, and salt to taste. No oil I'm using in it, and I will use just 1 teaspoon of you can say the discard to it. Okay, and yes, I have kept the water for boiling, just to get one boil, that's it. And that water, you can say half katori of this. Okay, so I will add as much as I am going to make a stiff dough, so I will use the water as much as needed. So first I am going to take the suji. I am going to add the whole wheat flour to it. Now I am going to add the salt to it for the taste. Okay, just it can be a pinch or something, not much of it. Now I am going to add firstly the water, because I don't want to add discard now and on that the boiling water, because of that otherwise the bacteria can be killed. So now I am going to add the water to it, and I'm just going to mix it with the spoon first, because the water is hot. Once it gets some absorption of the water, okay, now we want a stiff dough, so I will keep the dough stiff. Because of the suji, it will be a grainy dough, but if not needed, then I won't add any extra water. See, it is nicely, I'm able to collect the dough, so I won't add any water more in it. And this is how the dough is ready. This much of the flour or the dough can make almost 35 to 40, if you can say, the puris, or maybe I think so, sorry, half cup makes around 30-35. 1 cup can give you a like almost 60. Okay, so I'm just adding the starter and the discard or the fresh starter, whatever you have, and I'm just adding the half teaspoon, you can say, the starter to it. Okay, because I don't want any fluffiness in my dough. I just want to have that crispness, And yes, I'm looking forward to have the health benefit in a way, like if you are resting the dough right now, I will rest the dough for say half an hour or somewhere. Once the dough is moist, I will roll the puris out of it, and once the puris I will roll, I will left it to get dry, or you can say for the rest, covering with a muslin cloth for say at least 5 to 6 hours. If you think that 5 to 6 hours is too much and you just want to, then just take it as a discard. You are just to get the crispness, and you can make the puris just even after half an hour also, not to worry. You can do it within 2 hours, you can do within 6 hours also, same way. If you are doing after 6 or 7 hours, as I've said, either you can roll the puris and you can cover it and keep it in a nice place, or you can just keep the dough in the fridge, and you can remove after 7 to 8 hours, and you can make. See, so the dough is, you can see the consistency, the dough is quite stiff, okay, but still it is soft. I will allow it and let it, the semolina absorb the water in it, and once it is done, after half an hour or 45 minutes, I will do rolling of it. Okay, so the dough has to be stiff yet soft dough. Okay, okay, now you can see, it has absorbed the water nicely, and the dough has become some soft, and of course, yes, it is stiff also. What I am going to do, I am just making two halves of it, rather to make small puris. This thing, I am going to roll a big chapati, and from that I am going to cut with the cap of a bottle what I have. It's a good size of the puri, so I'm taking this one. Okay, so I'm just going to roll, and let me show you how the thickness matters. So it's a quite stiff dough. Okay, so it may need your pressure, but yet it is a soft dough. So this consistency you need to roll, and it should not be very thin, it should not be very thick. Okay, it does not need any oil to apply, no flour. You can roll it easily and nicely. Okay, so let me show you the thickness of it, and you will get the idea. It should be very it should not be not very thin. Okay, so somewhere some thick than the chapati. So you can see the thickness. I have kept this, and I'm going to, this is some thick. Okay, try to have a even rolling, because if it will be too thin, you will get the puris for your bhel puri, the papdi chaat, and if it will be too thick, then they may turn out some soft puris, what we don't want. Okay, so let it be from all the area. It has to be equally thickness. And now I'm just taking this and cutting the puris out of it. Okay, this cap has some blunt edges, so it is leaving the impression on the dough. You can use a sharp pin cutter, so that will cut very easily. Okay, and if needed, if you find that these are also thick, then just roll once, those puris, and let it dry nicely. For the health purpose, see, if you want, you can do you can dry them out for 8 hours. but if you say, like, if you don't have the time, then obviously you can do at say 1.5 or 2 hours also, but let them get some dry, because if they will be with the moisture, chances are there they want to be crisp, but they will be some soft. And if you are keeping for 8 hours, why I am saying so, because what you have added the sourdough discard in it, and that will help out to break the phytic acid from your grain. So what happens, of course it won't make the gluten digestive at this stage, but definitely it will help out to make the nutrients available for your body. So that's the reason I do suggest to keep overnight. You can cover it with a dry cloth and you can keep it. And of course, the don't discard too much. As I've said, it is just hardly half teaspoon. So to that half cup of my semolina, that half cup means my small katori it was. So to that you can add just half teaspoon of the discard, so it won't give a much of the fluffiness, because we want crispiness, we don't want the fluffiness to it. So they are rolled almost, but some are thick, so I'm just rolling once again, that's it. Okay, and you can see them, they are not too thin, they are not too they are not too thick or too thin. Okay, so this you have to roll, and this much of the dough can give you almost 30 to 35 maybe. Okay, so big if you are making some big size, then it can be some less puris, but if this size, then it will give you a 30 to 35 puris. I'm just giving thoda sa, just I don't want too thin, too thick. Okay, so my puris are ready, and almost you can these are almost 35 puris, and I have allowed it to dry nicely, and now I am going to fry them. So let's start. See the thickness. Okay, if you will roll very thin, then you may not get the puffy puris. So it has to be some thick and some not too thin, okay, but not too thick also. So here it goes, and keep it on a slow flame. See, okay, so they are beautifully, they will puffed up, you can see them. Okay, the oil has to be quite hot, and I have now kept on a slow flame. Okay, so to get a nice color, and they should be crisp. I'm going to show you how to bake also, but first let us complete the fried one. Of course, the people, they do ask me how do they taste, if they are baked or the fried. Even the baked, they are crisp and nice, but the only thing is yes, the fried, they have their place in our brain, they have a special place, so we do prefer the fried ones first. So but yes, the baked one also, they do give a crisp. Okay, so they are done very gently, and I'm just putting this to the frying. Try to remove extra oil, and see how nicely they are puffing up. So the dough has to be stiff, yet it has to be soft dough, or not too soft like a chapati, but it has to be. So if you have a proper dough and if you roll correct consistency, definitely you are going to get these type of the crisp puris, okay? But if you will roll too thin, then they may get just flat out. So, and those obviously, yes, those puris also you can use, but those puris you can use for your papri chaat, okay? So let them get some nice color. Some people, they do add one teaspoon, I think so, they add the oil also. I have not added, but people, they do. So if you wish, you can add, but nominally I don't add. And let them get nice color, okay? And let me show this is one of the hot one. Let me show the crispness also. See can you hear that? So this is the puris that we are going to get. Okay, see, it's nice golden color, and I'm going to remove them now. Let the oil get in. You can see them. Okay. Let them puff nicely and turn around. You can also make the dahi batata puri out of it, and like sometimes people they do have the tequila shots also with this. So it's your imagination, and just put the stuffing of your choice in it, okay? So the puchkas or the golgappas or the pani puri. I will say, once you will make it at home, you will get hooked out, to make it home only, and you won't feel to bring from the store, because the oil what I have used, again my oil is the cold pressed oil. I do source from Shop for Change. So when you are making at home, a different satisfaction, and also the purity, because my whole wheat also what I had added in, that was also the khapli wheat I have added from the flour I do source from Shop for Change, okay? See how nicely all the puris are getting popped, okay? Keep in mind the thickness is very, very, very important. Okay, so let me finish, and I will show. Okay, so all the puris have been fried nicely, and they are very hot, so I'm not much touching them, but yes, they are quite crisp, and see, all the puffed and nicely, and those are not the soft or soggy one, okay? So, and let me show you how to bake. Sorry, I am going to prepare the pani, like I have mixed all the fresh mint. I have made I had made some sweet chutney also, so that tamarind and the dates and the jaggery mix, the pulp is there, and the coriander is there, the green chilies as per your taste, salt, black salt, cumins. So all the masalas are in it. Once I will churn it nicely like a chutney, I will add to 4 to 5 glass of the water. Okay, so here I have taken almost 6 glass of the water, and this is what the chutney I have churned it. And of course the spiciness you can adjust as per your this thing. I have added the lemon juice also to this, almost say like one big lemon juice. So depends on you, how do you like to have the tanginess, the sourness. So according to that you can just add. There is nothing particular measurements. Okay, so I'm just adding that chutney to the water. Okay, and the water I will keep for some time in the fridge. And the flavors of your choice, if you think you can add, I have not added the sugar, but if you wish you can add some sugar also, no worries. Already I have added the whatever the pulp of the sweet chutney I was having, so that also I had churned with this. So I'm going to get some sweetness from there also, of the jaggery and the dates what I had added. So it's completely your call what to add or what to not. Okay, so my pani puri ka pani is ready, and let me have the taste. Nominally people they add some what do you say, pani puri masala also. So you can add ready-made pani puri masala also, but I don't add much of that. I normally add the pink salt, the black salt, and the natural whatever I have. So okay, there was some salt was remaining, so it's done. And now I will keep in the fridge, so the flavor, as much as you will give a rest for a longer period, the flavor will get absorbed more and more, and you will have the chilled water when you are going to have the pani puri. Okay, so this pani will be added to those puri with the stuffing of the moong and chana and some mashed potatoes. And if you wish you can make the ragda also with the white peas, the dried white peas soak for longer hours, say for 7 to 8 hours, and then just cook in a pressure cooker or as per your choice. Add some turmeric and add some salt to that, and once it is nicely cooked, you can use as the ragda. Instead of this cooked moongs, you can use the sprouted moongs also, and those just you have to steam. Okay, so that also you can use. So we are done with the pani and the moong, and so I have kept on 180 degree, 170, 180 degree. Both the rods are on, and I've just kept for the preheating for 10 minutes. They will go for the baking once they will get some dry. They are some dry. Okay, and this also you can keep overnight, as I've said, for the if you want to have the health benefits, and you can do in the morning also. Just cover with a dry cloth and let it be in the oven itself, and the morning also you can bake, or you can just bake in the 2 hours after the rolling. Okay, so I've kept the oven on 180 for the preheating, and for 10 minutes, and once it is done I will shift them in the oven at the middle rack. Okay, so I have kept for the baking, and I have kept for the 15 minutes, but still I will observe, and my temperature is right now at 180. Here are my sourdough pani puris, and see, they are so fluffy and crisp. You can see that. And here they have the accompany of the cooked moong and chana. You can use the sprouted steamed sprouted moongs also if you wish. The tamarind and date jaggery chutney and the pani. So these are the puris. You can see that the cavities. And let me show the baked one also. They are ready, but when I was doing this video, and in that they became some dark, but that's completely okay. Let me show. See, these are the baked ones. Okay, they are very hot, so I'm not able to break them, but yes, they are crisp, and they became some dark because I was just doing, you know, the video for other things. So what I had rolled some thin, you know, especially for my papdi chaat. I didn't wanted to have the puffed one, so these are those uh, flat ones. You can just roll, you know, more thin than the this puris what I have shown for the pani puris, so you can get this result. And they are also very nice and crisp. You can have with your chai, or just make the shev puri, or whatever the chaat you want to.